Hello, everyone. Make sure everything is good before we get started. Great. A happy Sunday. It was a scramble here just to get into this live because I forgot that there was a time change because I live in Arizona and we don't do that. So I had to, but it still kind of applies. So I had to remember that I was an hour earlier than I thought. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. Today we're going to create a card. Hi. We're actually going to create this card here. This card features the February My Monthly Hero Kit, the butterfly kit and we're gonna focus mainly. Let me hold the card up again. Hi, Libby. Yeah, I even set my Instagram stories to the wrong time. I did the countdown to the wrong time. And then I remembered, oh, wait a minute. I think we switched over. Because again, here in Arizona, we don't do that. So it's not like really talked about on the news and stuff. But today we're going to create this card featuring the classic kit. But I'm going to share with you some ideas to kind of how to step this card design up with some of the elements from the premium kit as well. So if you have both, you can kind of make a version of card, either this kind of version or we up with the premium. So I'm really excited about that. It's kind of like taking this card design and tweaking it a little bit. So I'm hoping, Michelle, I hope my internet is good today. Oh gosh, I just saw a flash. I have been my speeds and everything. So oh my God, fingers crossed. I am just I'm trying. We're figuring it out. Hopefully everything's good today. And it looks like my camera over here is being weird. Good. Back connection. Oh no, is it on my? Okay. Oh, I see it's all frozen there. Why? Why internet? Why? Frozen blurry. Dang it. No idea my very choppy. Why does it do that? I checked all my speeds before I started just to make sure. And it was all doing good. And then once I start the live, it does all weird. I don't understand. I'm just going to here and see if that a little bit of time helps. I think you're breaking up, but we can still hear you. Okay, thanks, Libby. Very blurry. And I can see on my phone that it is blurry too. I just don't understand. And my phone looks super. Let's check. I'm going to check the speed real quick one more time. Because I just don't understand. I've been talking to my husband, like, how do we do this better? Because it's not working. What we're doing is not working. And he's like, okay, well, you check the speed. So I really apologize. I'm going to check the speed one more time and just see. I don't know, since this obviously we're having problems. So it's not performing like it should. I can't even like. I know, Deb, this is a good card to do live because it's kind of it's one of those cards that's difficult to explain and much easier to see. Yeah, the problem is it's like we might have to do it. Do you go live over? I'm using Wi-Fi. You should use Wi-Fi. Do you go live over cellular or Wi-Fi? I'm using Wi-Fi. Better. Oh my gosh. Okay. Good. See, like, why? Why? I don't understand. Okay. Well, if it seems to be working okay right now, then we're going to go for it. I've got to close all these tabs. And fingers crossed it stays good. Okay, I'm going to cameras and move over to, oh, and then I see it frozen again. And last time I did this, I had to actually use my whole computer. It's still an hour off. I apologize. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to try to switch over to my phone. I don't feel like my phone's working right either. So just give me a second here. And that looks issues too. Facebook, you can switch to YouTube. Ay, ay, ay. Libby, I'm using my phone camera now. I will have StreamYard on my computer and hardwire it to the internet with Ethernet. Okay, I switched back. That wasn't working. She's streaming on both. Yeah, I'm doing both. Let's see how it's looking. Okay, it looks a little bit, I'm going to try something a little strange here since my phone camera isn't working. So just let me change the view and we'll try this one last thing and then I don't know. Okay, wait a minute. So I'm still here. I'm just changing my camera view and try and do it in a way where it doesn't make you guys sick. Okay. You guys see that? And then this. All right, I'm gonna make sure you guys can see me. I'm trying to see for the video. It looks okay. I think it's looking okay. Yeah, it's upside down, but I'll change it. But oh, we can do the mirrored actually. I believe I can do mirrored. This is how I had to do it last time. Let me remember how to do that real quick. I apologize, guys. Okay, there we go. That's better. Okay. All right. Let me move a little bit light closer and we'll do it this way, I guess. A little bit brighter if I can. And then we'll get rocking and rolling. All right, that looks a little bit better. Okay, hooray, hooray, hooray. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing you're gonna do is grab the butterfly window die. I know, Libby, I wish I wish I knew how to help me. I wish this wasn't a problem. It seems like it's a problem like all the time now, and I feel like it used to not be a problem. That's what's weird. I don't understand. It used to be like not a problem, and now it seems to be always a problem. I have to tell my husband what we didn't work. All right, and now I'm just going to take an A2 panel of white cardstock. Let me see if I can adjust this a tiny bit. I'm worried if I do that, it'll be all weird. Okay, we'll just keep going. And just center it on the panel, and then you're going to die cut it. So I grab my plates here. There we go. I'm going to use a piece of tape to hold it in place. And then we'll run it through. There we go. It's a little askew because this is a weird camera angle because I'm basically have my laptop propped up with the box. Hopefully it's not too difficult to see what's happening. All right, I ran that through. And we have our beautiful window. Then I'm going to grab the stencils. Now, there's 4 stencils in the set, and they are labeled. So here are all the stencils. And they are labeled at the bottom. You'll see like the SKU number, which is like my monthly hero, February, basically 2023, and then A. We're going to do them in order. It is a gorgeous panel die, isn't it? So pretty. And we're going to go ahead and line up the stencil with the die cut. There we go. So starting with stencil A, line it up with your die cut. And then just tape it in place. Okay, so now you're going to grab 3 inks. They're all reactive inks. Pool Party, Splash, and then it's too bright. It's the light. Is that better? Probably reflecting on the stencil. There, better? And then Blue Raspberry. And we're just going to ink blend with these colors pretty much kind of randomly. We're not really trying to make like this ombre solid kind of gradation. We're going more random. I hope that's a little bit better. I don't want it to be too dark. All right, I'm gonna grab my blending brushes. Really any of the medium, small, or even the extra large would work. Just not small. Medium, large, even maybe the extra large, just not the small one. Thank you, Dorothy. Now the key is we're gonna kind of do it lightly, just lightly. I'm gonna start with Pool Party. Ink up my blending brush here. I like to tap off a little bit onto the stencil. I'm just gonna lightly ink blend just some of the areas. Again, it's kind of random. I'm not really have a set area. Just a little bit of it here and there. And it could be, if any one color that you do more of than another, Pool Party is the one to do the most of, because it's going to be our lightest shade and the color that's going to get eaten up by the other two colors pretty quickly. So this is the one I'd err on maybe a little bit more than you might think you need. Okay, now we're done with Pool Party. I'm going to move on to Splash, which is this one right here. Again, kind of tap off some of the excess. And then I'm not going to go over the areas that I did Pool Party, just going to do near it. Yeah, these colors were inspired by, I should learn the name of those butterflies. Those really beautiful blue. They're definitely more splash, I'd say, but, and then pool. So just ink blending, still leaving some areas white. You don't want to we want to save areas for the blue raspberry. Okay. And now to blue raspberry over here. And tap off us. And this is where I'm gonna be. Blue raspberry is almost like a darker Pool Party. So I want that contrast. I wouldn't say heavy-handed, but I'm really gonna let the color be itself. Because I don't want just more pool, I want more part of this blue raspberry shade. I want this darker color. Okay, and I'm gonna add a little bit more of the splash, and then we'll be done. I feel like it needs a little bit of that blue. So I'm just gonna go back a little bit of that again. Okay, I'm happy with that. So now I'm gonna take off. Oh no, it's freezing again. I'm gonna wait a minute. No, I'm gonna just remove this. No, I want to keep that because I can see what's going on that way. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, it's definitely frozen. I can see that. I'm going to try this one more time, see if this works. Back over here and see how we're doing. Looks like we're still frozen. Oh, I thought it was fixed itself. I'm sorry, guys. I think I know the only solution that we have to do from now on. Am I still frozen? Yes. Oh, geez. We can chat. Oh, you guys are so patient. I really apologize. I can't even imagine how frustrating it is on your end for it to be like this. And I thought we were doing so good. Thought we were really over it. Okay, it looks like it kind of unfroze it a little. Well, okay, then it freezes immediately again. All right. I am going to, it's like kind of working, even though I know I can see it's very like choppy. So I'm gonna remove the stencil at least. And there are our butterflies. Fix, 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 fix. Let's talk spring, make it long. Oh my goodness. Let's see if okay. Well, the butterflies turned out beautiful. They have a beautiful ombre, kind of subtle look. All right, looks like we're a little bit better now. Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Don't do the bad stuff again. All right, now we're gonna move on to stencil B. This is like the detail layer for the butterflies. Just gonna line that up with them. Oh, the spring event. Oh yes, the spring stamp along. It's gonna be really fun. I'm really excited. All right, there we go, lined up. Now for this one, we're going to do a new colors, Galaxy Purple or Purple Galaxy. I always say it backwards. Purple Galaxy. And then, nope, not that one. Pitch Black. So a purple and a black. All right. I'm going to start with the purple. Grab my blending brush. And you could actually ink blend the whole thing with purple if you want. Even though we're going to do two colors, you can just, because we're going to do the black on top. Black will cover up the purple. But isn't this purple so pretty with the blues? Yeah, I know it's working nicely now, right, Rosie? Like, so why? Why can it work nicely sometimes and then horrible other times? I don't get it. But I think I know what I have to do from now on, and that is, we're gonna have to connect directly, which we really have to figure out how that will work. It might mean removing my entire craft room, guys. That's what it might mean. Moving my entire craft room into the office. But I would love to not have this problem anymore because it drives me equally as nuts. And I really enjoy doing lives. I really do. I like interacting with everybody and addressing questions and concerns right away. So it will be worth it, but I think that's what it's going to have. That's what it's going to mean. Okay, so I did the whole thing in that purple galaxy. Now we're going to move on to pitch black. Really, any black would work. You could use intensified black if you have that. Find my blending brush. Now that we're moving on to the black, we don't want to do all of the openings in black. We kind of like how we did the last stencil. We're just going to randomly kind of pick and choose some areas to do in black. So you don't want to lose, but I do recommend you getting a little bit of black on every butterfly. So get a tiny bit of black on every butterfly if you can. Isn't this purple galaxy so pretty? It is one of my favorite ink colors from Hero Arts. I love it. It's so rich. A little back there. And you guys, I had oral surgery on Monday, and I'm so happy. I'm healing up really nicely. Okay, we're gonna remove the stencil, and look at that background. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at how beautiful it looks. Okay, now we're gonna really complement this color palette with some golden yellows. So we're gonna grab now the next stencil, which is stencil C. Line this up. I feel like I have to work really fast while it's working. Go, 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 don't stop. All right, so we've got stencil C lined up. The first color, the first stencil was 3 colors. It was Splash, Pool Party, and Reactive, Blue Raspberry. The last one we just did was Purple Galaxy and then Pitch Black. Now we're moving on to stencil C, and we have 2 more inks, some golden kind of ink colors. One is Fawn, and the lighter is Spicy Mustard. I know, I saw Ricky had oral surgery too, and I was like, oh my gosh, what are the odds, right? Oops, did I get these mixed up? This is Fawn, okay. Yes, I didn't go live when my mouth was numb. I was in not good shape right away. I'm gonna start with Spicy Mustard. No, I'm healing really well. I'm really happy. But I finally had my wisdom teeth removed. I know. I've held them a long time, but it was time. It was definitely time for them to go. It was past time for them to go. They were giving me like problems when I had sinus issues. And then, so after I've done that spicy mustard, we're going to grab Fawn, which is more of the tan. And I'm going to add a little bit of gradation. I'm going to add this Fawn at the very base of the flowers. This color combo, the spicy mustard and this Fawn, to me is almost like gold. You know, it's like you're creating gold but without that mirrored shine. It's so pretty. Oh no, you cannot drive home. No, you cannot drive home. My husband did all that. Yep. And there we go. And then we have our beautiful flowers with this really pretty gradation. Thank you, Deb. I'm glad you like this color combo. I love it. This is one of those, like, you know, when something works out really good and you're like, oh, I'm so pleased. Like, I didn't know it was going to be this good. Okay, we're on stencil D, the very last stencil. This is kind of the detail stencil for those leaves and flowers. This time we're going to go back to Fawn, that kind of tan color almost. And we're going to be really heavy-handed to get contrast. So really do it dark if you can. So I'm really making this dark. I want that contrast. Oh, good. All right. That's it. I think it looks nice and dark now. I'm going to go ahead and remove the stencil. And there is our finished blended butterfly window panel. Super pretty. I even think I got Copics out to kind of, I put it in the instructions, but honestly, I think we've got enough contrast and detail showing up on our flowers that I don't even think we need to do that step. It turned out so good. Basically what I did with the Copics, I really don't think you need to do it on these, but I'll kind of demo. I had 3 Copics picked out to kind of heighten these details on there we go. The flowers. One was, my light was Y21, then my medium was Y23, and then my dark was E5. And I just used, I'm gonna actually start with the dark and maybe add a little shadow to the underside of the leaves. But honestly, I don't even think you need to do any of this. It looks so good as is. It just turned out really good. So I'm gonna leave it alone. Why overcomplicate things? Well, I know why. Because it's me. I always overcomplicate things, but I think it looks really good as is. I'm not even going to touch it. Honestly, it looks just as good as the original. So you couldn't even tell. All right, let's go to sparkly cardstock behind the moon and stars. Wouldn't that be pretty? I'm going to use the mustard, but it would be gorgeous if you were to die cut this out of some like glitter gold cardstock and then inlaid the stars and the moon. Wouldn't that be pretty? That'd be a gorgeous option. All right, so let's put this. So the next thing we're going to do is, again, maybe kind of overcomplicating things, but I wanted to add some detail to the wings. So let me grab the original here again and hold it up so you can see. Can you see how the wings have these little lines drawn on them? I did that with a marker, actually a Copic multi-liner. I bought this pack years ago. Honestly, a fine Sharpie would work as well. Your lines might be a little thicker, but I definitely think they would work. But again, if you like it the way it is right now, you don't have to do this step. By all means, don't do it. I'm going to show it because if somebody wants to see how I did it, I want to make sure I kind of cover it. I think I'm going to do my largest one, just so if you are using, oh, it's blurry again. Don't do that. Well, I can see it's being slow. But it doesn't look too bad. Hopefully it stops. Okay, so I'm going to start, let's do this one down here so you can kind of see. Basically, you're going to radiate out from the body of the butterfly, the actual body, and just kind of go out to the sides. And you can even go right over the purple, the details that we did in Purple Galaxy and in the Pitch Black. You can go right over them. And then I'm just kind of mirror it, what I did on one wing, on the other side. Okay, good, good, good. So there's one butterfly done. And I'm just going to keep going. Let's see how I can hold my hand where it's not blocking everything. There's another one. So kind of tedious, but I think it's not difficult. It's just a little bit time consuming. Here we go. But I do think it takes this, makes this dye a little bit different looking. You know, you're kind of stretching your products here a little bit and getting a slightly different look. I'm gonna keep going here. And honestly, if you were to look at the photos of my original, maybe I'll even show it. It's not perfect. But there's enough going on in this card that, you know, nobody's going to notice if, you know, one wing doesn't match exactly the other wing, or you don't connect your lines all the way up to the body or something. I think we always end up stressing ourselves out. How can I make sure I'm more on camera here? It's all mirrored, so it's opposite to me. Just don't know where to go, and so you can see. Not better. All right, I'm going to kind of go quickly now. So because everything's working. And it's just very repetitive. And I'm going to do all of them, even the small ones. And again, like I said, if this just seems like too much, or like this is a new level of crazy, I understand. Don't do it. It's okay. It looked the butterflies looked really beautiful before. I'm really good at gilding the lily. All right, I've only got like a few more butterflies left to do. All right, I've got 3 left. A little one here. And then this last big one. Okay, calling it. There's our finished panel. All right, so now that we're actually all done with this panel, and we're on like home stretch now. Now it's the background. So for the background, you're going to grab an A2 panel of mustard cardstock, one of my most favorite Pure Arts colors. Then you're going to grab fawn again. I do recommend a larger blending brush at this point because we're going to blend the sides and we want it to be seamless. It's easier to do with the bigger brush. Load up here. I'm gonna grab my stencil and just kind of tap off on my stencil for right now. And we're gonna start blending the edges. The drama, I love it. Maybe I'll make some more mustard converts. This is one of my favorite hero art cardstocks, and I don't think it gets as much love. But I was happy to find that here that Laura Fedora, one of her favorites is Pesto, which I agree. That's another incredible cardstock. Oh, looks like we're choppy again. Luckily, this is not the most interesting part. Just doing kind of a blend around all the sides. I'm just going to keep going with it. Okay. Oh, you do love the color. Awesome, Kathy. All right, I'm gonna kind of check it here. Let me just give it a minute for the camera, even though I know it's choppy. I'm gonna grab my panel again and see how we're doing. And hold it over. I'm grabbing that butterfly window panel. And what I'm checking for is to see how, if I can see a little bit of the fawn blending going past the butterflies and the flowers. That's what I'm looking for. And right now, it looks like I still need to blend in more. That's what I'm noticing. I can't really see the gradation, so I want to blend in some more. I think the thanks deserves to you guys, Deb. I think you guys more for being patient and just enduring, really enduring. So I'm going to keep going. It's really surprising how far you have to really take the color in to make it noticeable. I think we're almost there. Really dark, right? Okay, now I can see it. That's where I'm going to stop. I'm going to put the two side by side. I'm going to put this on camera for a little bit. I know, because I know for you right now. So you can see how much blending I did. A lot of blending I say on this. Okay, now we're going to add some interest with splatters. So you want to grab, I'm going to use root beer reactive ink. Piece of acetate, you honestly could just use your stencil if you wanted to. You could just use your stencil. And see how we're doing. I'm going to take my root beer and just press the ink pad onto the stencil. So just release some of that ink. Get some of that ink on the stencil. And I'll take breaks here because I know it's busy. All right, and then I'm going to grab a spray bottle. Just give it a minute here. Yes, Vicki, I can see it's being choppy again and being slow. I apologize. I'll just wait a minute and hopefully let it, I don't know, figure itself out. fix itself? Do things just fix themselves? All right, seems like it's getting a little bit better. Okay, I'm going to spritz the ink with my spray bottle with some water. Then I'll grab a brush. It doesn't matter, just a round brush. It really doesn't matter, like a 1, a 2, a 3 even. What size is this? This is a 1. I'm just going to mix that water and that ink together. We are making a card, Linda, with the February My Monthly Hero kit, the classic kit, and then I'll show you some ways to incorporate the premium kit. Okay, so I've got my brush loaded up with some of that watered down root beer. I'm gonna put that root beer on screen. And now I'm going to tap my finger on the brush to release a splatter of that ink. I'm trying to keep it concentrated on the edges. One thing you can do if you're worried, because you don't really want to get it in the center because we want to keep it kind of clean for our sentiment. If we have too many splatters in the center, it'd be hard to read. You can just grab like a piece of scrap paper. You can kind of place it down in the center to kind of protect it. But I'm going to try for the edges. Just a little. We don't need a lot. Just a little splattering of the root beer to add a little interest. You can see how that root beer is very subtle. It's not super brown, which I love. It's kind of with the water added to it and going on top of that fawn. It's not super dark. It's just adding that perfect little bit of interest to our panel. Okay, I think I'm going to stop there. All right, I might add a little bit more. Almost feel like I need a little bit more brown, just a tiny bit. Just to get some darker ones. It's nice to have a little variety in the intensity of the root beer. So if some of it's not quite as dark as you like, press some more of that ink onto your acetate and mix it in with a little less water. Okay, I'm calling it dunsies. Oh, Deb, that's a good suggestion. I think we do, but I will be 100% honest. That is my husband's arena, and I will have to ask him, but I think we do, just because we have, issues. We've got kids, and I don't know. I feel like we've always have to do stuff like that just to get things working again properly, which I was prepared to do before this live. That's why I was checking the speeds, because if my speeds weren't right, then I would have to reboot everything. But of course, right before the live, it was fine. Okay, now we're gonna grab Hero Arts Gold Wax, and we're gonna add some gold splatters. How are we doing? Good. Everything looks good. I'm not gonna use my stencil again. Oh no. Oh, good. It's like I can't open it. I'm gonna use my trusty acetate, just because I don't have to worry about cleaning my stencil right away. If I use my stencil, I'd want to clean it right away, and I wasn't set up to do that. So I'm gonna use. So I would suggest you, if you're gonna do this, use like a scrap piece of acetate, one that you don't care about so much. I should care more about this grid, but I know this grid's durable. So I'm gonna grab my brush and just get a little bit of the gold out, the gold wax out. There we go. Spritz with a little bit of water and just start mixing that wax and water together. Oh, the gold is so pretty. All this is going to do, it's not going to add a lot of contrast. It's just going to add a little bit of shine to the panel. And again, you can put your scrap cardstock if you want to kind of protect the center. I think in the instructions I said to stamp your sentiment first. So we're just doing a little bit out of order, but that's okay. Load up the brush with the watered down wax and then just again tap on your finger to release that gold paint. And again, this is just going to add a pretty little shine to the panel. Subtle, but I think when you're up close, you can really see it. Okay, again, call that done. There we go. And I'll just grab a towel and kind of clean this off real quick. Hold it up so you can kind of see. Where's my camera? There it is. Some of the shine and the gold and the sparkle. I don't know where it is. There it is. Super pretty. Oh, the wax are so fun, Denise. They're so fun. The black one especially. I'm so excited about the black one. But they're really fun. They're fun for like this. This is a, I wouldn't say like the most obvious way to use the wax, but just another way to, another great way you can use the wax for your splatters. All right. Okay, so now we're going to stamp our sentiments. So I'm going to use my Misty. This is going to be really awkward in this setup, but we're going to go for it anyways. It's probably going to be upside down for you guys. Okay, I'm going to grab a sentiment from the included stamp set. Pull that out. I used May Your Dreams Be Your Wings. Really, any one would work. Grab my panel. Okay, I don't have to do it upside down. Great. My panel looks a little small. I didn't do the best job cutting it, I think. And then position my sentiment. Double check that's straight. Put it over just a little bit more. I like it a little bit over on the right side of your card front. I'm doing everything upside down, so this is the one thing I have to do right side. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it straight. I'm not going to get it in the right spot. Are we straight? No. Okay. I'm happy with that. Okay, I'm going to open this up and I'm going to remove this panel just because I don't want to accidentally get ink on it. And I'm going to stamp this in pitch black. You know, you're getting a head start for like next year, you know? Honestly, we all should be making Christmas cards year round so we have them ready. Whoops. I'll do it one more time. Perfect. Pull that out. And let's start to put this together. So our panel, our background panel and our card base. I'm gonna grab my liquid glue. Add glue to the backside of our mustard panel and stick that down. The mustard panel is a little big. I think I did a very bad job cutting my cardstock or something. So I'm gonna fix that by just trimming it off. There we go. It's better. Okay. Then for our butterfly panel, I'm going to lift up with some foam adhesive. I'm going to quickly, hope that's nothing, hopefully there's nothing on my work surface that will get on my panel. I'm going to try not to put the foam adhesive on the butterflies because I want to be able to pop up their wings. I might put it on like the centers of some of the butterflies, but I'm going to avoid like putting it all over the butterflies because I want to be able to still pop up their wings because it just adds some fun contrast. So I'm going to take this thin strip here and kind of cut it in half and then just add it. So it's providing some support, but it's not going to make it impossible for me to pop up those wings because the die cuts them, which is awesome. Hope that makes sense. I'm gonna add a little bit more and then we'll be done. And I'll check the comments. How are we doing? I try to make a few Christmas cards every month. That's a great, really a great plan. I wish I was as good at doing that. Because then maybe I'd actually send Christmas cards. Didn't get them out this year. Honestly, I think I had enough cards. But we didn't do a family picture. I never got around to doing a family picture, and I felt bad not including a family picture, which is probably a dumb reason. But okay, so I've got my foam adhesive. I'm going to remove it now. Oh, Gloria, that's a great idea. Gloria said she added a few die-cut butterflies from the vellum. I didn't even think of that. So that's a good example of something you could do with the premium kit. That wasn't quite on my radar, but that's a great example of how you can include the premium kit, because it is nice to kind of fill up some of the open space in the window with one of some of those larger butterflies. We're still only an hour. Okay, stuck that down. Okay, so this is basically the finished card. So now so what can you do to add to it? Well, one, like Gloria did, you can incorporate some of these dies. Like maybe, I'm trying to think of what would fill the space nice. Maybe this butterfly. I'd grab those two, and I would just grab some white cardstock. I'm just going to use this scrap here. It'll be fine. I'm going to run it through my die cutting machine. I'm going to do the two together so it cuts it out all at once. Oh no! My super fancy camera setup. AK, my box tipped over. Sorry, guys. So I'm just going to position those. Run that through my die cutting machine. They shifted on me just before. Probably should have taped them. All right, so I ran that through. And we're left with, where's the camera? This butterfly. Now we can add color to it like what we did. Oh my gosh, oh, good, that doesn't matter. In the very beginning, back to the splash, the blue raspberry, and the pool party. I'm gonna grab my blending brushes again. Where are they? Here they are. Just add a little bit of color. So we're replicating kind of those, the background blues that we did on these. Starting with that pool party. Then we'll grab a little splash. Then we'll grab a little of the blue raspberry. And be careful here with the blue raspberry. It's nice and dark, and I can lose my pool party, and I don't want to lose that. We're gonna go a little bit more splash. All right, I'm gonna call that done. So you kind of have this butterfly with different colors on it, but it's still the same shades that are on the windowed panel. And then now we're gonna do something really fun. I'm gonna grab our dies again. And I actually did this for I made a video for Hero Arts. So if you want to see this process done repetitively, you can watch that video. I did it for the release. I'm going to grab pitch black ink. You know what? I'm going to grab get everything set up to go. Put my butterfly down here. Grab the detail die and put it directly on my pitch black ink pad. Kind of rub it around. Press a little bit to get the ink on all of those raised areas in that die. Then lift it up. And because we've already die cut this, we can nestle it in pretty easily to where we die cut earlier. Oops, I'm just going to try not to get ink all over my fingers though. There, turn it, and then there, line it up. I'm not going to tape it, but you could tape them together. It kind of holds it in there because it's already die cut before. You're doing ones for 2022. I feel like I'm in the same boat with you. But I just gave up. You're better than me. All right. what this is going to do is going to transfer the ink from that die onto the paper. And that's going to make all those cuts darker and more visible. I wish I had a plain one here, but I don't know if you can remember what it looked like before, but you couldn't really see the details that the dye added, but by inking up the dye and then running it through again, it really shows all those details. And you could add this butterfly to your card if you wanted to. Another thing you can do is use the rub-ons. I think especially there's like this butterfly right here would be a really nice addition, or this one right here. They kind of match. Maybe both of them. Even this one here with the purple. Let's do this one. Oh, the body and mustard. Yep, you could definitely do that. You could even color this with, you could color the body too with a Copic if you wanted to. Let me grab, or a black marker. It doesn't have to be a Copic. I think, I can't remember if in the video if I did do that, but you can color the body if you want a little bit more black. You could also, you know, die cut it out of black and then cut it. I think this is a little bit easier. Might not be as seamless though. There's the body in black. Like that. I don't think I used wax. Did I use wax? Maybe I did. I don't remember. It's terrible. I can't remember. So for the rub-on, let's do a rub-on real quick. Have you guys used your rub-ons from the kit? Did anybody use them? Play with them at all? I'm going to cut out this butterfly here because I like it so much. So the first thing you're going to do is just cut out the rub-on that you want to use. There we go. And I think I've got enough room on here. Okay, maybe not. Let's find another scrap. There we go. Then I'm going to take off the plastic kind of top layer, which actually has the image on it. Place it down. I believe you get a popsicle stick. I don't know where mine is. So I'm just going to use a bone folder. I think honestly the popsicle stick works better. Just go all over this, really kind of make sure I get all that image transferred onto the white cardstock. Let's see, we all transferred over. Tweezers help to kind of pick it up. Maybe. There we go. Oh yeah, beautiful. It's all transferred over. And now you can use the die to die cut them out. So we're back to those dies. This die right here matches this butterfly. So I'm gonna line it up. I will grab a little bit of tape. Kind of hold that in place while I die cut it. My tape has seen better days. That is no lie. All right, just ran that through my die cutting machine. There we have our butterfly. We could also add this. Isn't that pretty? So gorgeous. But it's nice to see something else that isn't, this might even be pretty with a little purple rubbed onto it. I'm just gonna try it just to see that purple we used. But it's nice to see something besides the rub-ons. If you've used all your rub-ons, you know, to see how you could not incorporate. I'm just gonna add a little bit of the purple. I feel like it needs a little purple. Here we go. Oh, so pretty. So there's that butterfly with a little bit of purple. Well, lots of fun options, and I really like the vellum that Gloria did. I can maybe try it. That'll be the last thing. I think I got a piece of vellum over here. Where are you, vellum? There you are. And let's do this butterfly. I'm just gonna do them both at once. And how fun it would be pretty to spritz this vellum with like the shimmer mist sprays. That would be so pretty. To add like a little iridescent, kind of like, well, not iridescent, but kind of iridescent shine. Make sure we're still doing okay. There we go. Oh, I did not pay attention to how it was die cutting. Let's try that again, and let's go actually use some tape. I think they shifted around and I wasn't paying attention. Try again. Ooh. Apologize, that was super squeaky. Okay, that definitely die cut better. There we go. There's our pretty little vellum butterfly. And those would be gorgeous. Added to the cardicel, especially if you could give them a little spritz of the shimmer spray. I think that would add a little shine to them. That would be really fun. All right, so there's lots of different ways you can kind of incorporate some of the elements in the premium kit to, you could add more than one, but I'm going to show you the vellum, the ink blended one with the inking up the die so it kind of darkens up the details in the die cut, and then the rub-on. All really fun options. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera to my face and we're going to sign out for today. Let me change, turn the camera off for a minute. Oops. So glamorous. Okay. Lights were moving around. Thank you guys so much for being so patient today and sticking with me as I created this card. I hope you found it helpful to just kind of have me walk through how I made this one, because I really love how this one turned out, and the color combos are really fun. little details with the splattering in the background. You can kind of see the gold over here and the lines. And thank you guys. Just thank you. I will see you in the next live. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Bye, everyone.